Hello everyone, welcome back to Jus de Rose. Today we are talking about the best and worst new fragrance launches. Let's go. A new addition to the Dior Private Collection, New Look. This perfume was created by Francis Kurkdjian, who is now the in-house perfumer for Dior, as well as having his own brand. So, I mean, it's a sweet spot if you ask me. Now, when I first sprayed this perfume, I immediately got an effervescent, sparkling, clean feeling coming from the aldehydes. You know, literally, this fragrance smells like my white shirt. A crisp, freshly pressed white shirt is what I get from the opening of this new perfume. Very quickly though, I get the smell of incense, a smoky, cold, dark incense that is laced in between those bright, sparkling aldehydes. As it dries down, I get a clean bubble bath-like type of scent whilst being anchored by incense. So this perfume is at the same time light and dark, but overall clean and smoky. If you're looking for a fresh and clean incense dominant fragrance, definitely check it out. I don't know if this is for me. I feel like I need to spend a little bit more time with it. What do you guys think? Have you had a chance to smell it? Let me know in the comments. Moving into something that is a little easier to wear and less niche-like, I would say, Eden Sparkling Lychee from Kayali. Now I want to preface this review by saying that it's not because I receive PR or free samples that I'm gonna give the fragrance a glowing review. It doesn't work like this on this channel, okay? You're always gonna get my honest opinions no matter whether I receive free samples or not. So let me tell you what I think about the scent. I really dislike it. It is not my thing. I don't understand why there's so many people praising this perfume online. Then again, I'm not the consumer for this fragrance. I did not like Eden Juicy Apple. I found this fragrance repulsive, and Eden Sparkling Lychee is within a similar territory. I'm not getting much lychee or lychee in this scent. To me, this smells like a syrupy, fruity cocktail. It's like the inside of a Victoria's Secret store. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I feel like there's a time and place for this sort of smell. But for me, today, this is a no-no. It does smell like a Victoria's Secret body mist, so you may as well go for that. It is a fraction of the price. And yeah, so that is my not so glowing review of Kayali. As I said, I stay honest on this channel. If you like syrupy, sugary, fruity fragrances, this might be your thing, but for me, this is a pass. Armani have released two new fragrances under their Privé collection. We have Blanc Cogan and Noir Cogan. Let's start with Blanc Cogan. This perfume is a clean white musk, powdery white musk type of scent, which immediately made me think of Pure Mousse for Her from Narciso Rodriguez. So let me tell you the difference between the two. Blanc Cogan has that powdery, clean white musk feeling. However, there is more of a baby powder diaper situation, which gives it a little bit of a dirty edge, a slight dirty edge. Personally bothers me a little bit, and that is especially prominent during the first few hours of application, and then that will dissipate in the dry down. So I would say it's a little dirtier than Pure Mousse for Her from Narciso Rodriguez. Which fragrance would I recommend between the two? 100% Pure Mousse for Her from Narciso, because A, it's more affordable and it smells cleaner. It's done more elegant. There's more of a floral element to it as well. So I would recommend this over Blanc Cogan, even though it smells great, the bottle is beautiful. I just think at this point, there's so many new fragrance launches and some perfumes become redundant. If you don't have Pure Mousse for Her in your collection, definitely give Blanc Cogan a sniff and see how it works with your skin chemistry. But if you already have Pure Mousse for Her, you definitely don't need this new perfume. Noir Cogan, on the other hand, is a dark, smoky, leathery, woody type of scent. To me, this smells like the inside of Harrods. I have smelt this DNA countless of times, that leathery, oud-like type of scent, and it smells good, don't get me wrong, it smells great, but it's not anything that is groundbreaking. I feel like there's other brands that do fragrances like this, perhaps Gucci or Louis Vuitton, within their higher end collections. But again, a word of caution, it's not anything that is groundbreaking. So yeah, don't blind buy this. This next perfume is one that is really close to my heart and super personal to me. It's one that launched just before the end of last year. It's called Per Se from 2787. Now, if you want the full backstory around why this fragrance is so important to me and why I've used so much of it, you can check out my latest video. But essentially, this perfume is such a comforting scent. It is a powdery, musky perfume with notes of iris. There's violet as well. Really sophisticated and refined. And to me, this smells fresh, fluffy robe that you would wear in a luxury hotel like those. It's like really warm and fluffy. There's that clean, pressed laundry feeling from this scent. Lots of aldehydes as well, so it's quite uplifting and sparkling. A really beautiful perfume. If you like powdery iris fragrances with a musky notes, this is a must try, and in my opinion, this perfume is a 10 out of 10. I'm actually going to buy a backup of this because this perfume has been created in a limited batch, and that's the whole idea around this fragrance. It's a perfume that you're spraying in the moment, living in the moment, and so they've created a limited amount of this, and then when it's gone, it's gone. But for sure, this is a very special scent. Tom Ford has released not one, but 2 vanilla fragrances, Vanilla Sex and Vanille Fatale. Let's talk about the most hyped up one first, Vanilla Sex. This perfume to me smells like a blast of marzipan. So bitter almond, almost a bit cherry-like as well, rather than it being a vanilla-centric fragrance. Now, there's different types of vanilla in this perfume, I believe, but I mainly get a bitter almond note, especially in the opening. As the fragrance continues to develop, that is when you're gonna get that heart of vanilla, that vanilla pod that you're scraping, and it has that animalic side, which does come forward a lot in the dry down. So word of caution, try this perfume on your skin because that animalic note can be a little bit too much depending on your skin chemistry. I will say this though, if you thought that Vanille de Tahiti from Paris is too fecal-like or animalic, then Vanilla Sex could be a better alternative to you. Vanilla Sex is also a good perfume to layer with. Now, whether you should be spending that amount of money on a Tom Ford fragrance, I don't know. I would love to hear what you think about this perfume. I definitely wouldn't recommend blind buying this. I feel like it is a little bit overhyped. Now, what about Vanille Fatale? I was a little underwhelmed, to be honest. Completely different to Vanilla Sex, not as loud. It is quieter, and it's about the woody, earthy, kind of smoky aspects of vanilla. There's also the addition of coffee and there's a boozy dimension, but all in all, it's quite underwhelming. It is in a similar territory as Sundance from Stéphane Humbert Lucas, and so between the two, I would 100% recommend this. First of all, it smells stronger, it's long-lasting, and just more interesting to my nostrils, personally. So YSL has launched a version of Black Opium with cherry, the Eau de Parfum over red. You know, it's kind of good. Yes, I think you heard me right. Cherry in this perfume isn't going to be front and center. You are able to smell it in the opening, and it's not as cherry is typically done. When I think of cherry, of course, I think of Lost Cherry from Tom Ford, a more tart, bright, juicy cherry. Whereas in here, it's cherry that is mixed with a creaminess. Do you know the Black Forest cake? The layers of cream, there's some chocolate and some cherries embedded in there. That is what I get from the new version of Black Opium. You have a bit of tartness from cherry, but wrapped around a lot of vanilla cream. That is what I get from this perfume. I do still prefer the Le Parfum version, the one with different sorts of vanilla. I find that that one is spectacular, but it's a nice in-between. And if you're looking for a playful pop of cherry, but not too much, then this is a great option to go for. Next, we have Spring River from Floraiku, and look at the packaging. How stunning is this? I think that these bottles are beautiful. I actually have more of those back there. What's really cool is that the cap can be taken off, and then here you have a little hole. You can put a travel spray in it, And there's 2 caps, one for the bottle and then one for the travel spray so that you can take it along with you. I think this is just genius. But when it comes to this new perfume launch, this is inspired by the beginning of spring, so when the ice is melting and you get the first spring rivers. So naturally, this perfume is on the fresher side, but it's not an overly fresh floral that is very typical for spring. It's different. Overall, this perfume smells like a soft, cotton-like musky scent. Soft, cotton-like white musk type of perfume. I really wanted to like this perfume, but to be honest, I'm completely underwhelmed. It's not giving a wow factor that the other fragrances from the collection are giving. It's just okay. I mean, the packaging is beautiful. The fragrances are on the pricier side as well, so I wouldn't spend my own money on this. This was gifted to me again, but I mean, I wouldn't spend my money on it. I don't think I would recommend it to you either, unless you're looking for a clean scent, but I feel like you could get that with some designer perfumes. Yeah, this is underwhelming, beautiful packaging. So this is Jus de Rose approved from a packaging standpoint, but the juice itself is going to be a pass. To finish things off, we have another lychee or lychee fragrance. It is Lychee Rose from Nest. If you like tart, fun, playful roses, such as Delina from Parfum de Marly, or Turkish rose oil from Nest, Atomic Rose from Initio, even to another extent Pink Me Up from Atelier des Ors, you're going to enjoy this perfume. There has been quite a lot of comparisons between Lychee Rose and Delina, so I'm going to tell you the difference between the two. Lychee Rose opens with a sparkling effervescence, almost like electrolyte tablets, that powdery electrolyte tablet type of scent, which I'm not necessarily a fan of, but it will dissipate in the dry down, thankfully. Whilst Delina is all about a green fruity rhubarb mixed with a creamy vanilla. So this is definitely a creamier type of scent, whilst Lychee Rose is fresher. There's no vanilla and no creaminess in the background. As it dries down, this perfume turns into a musky, clean rose that is more reminiscent of Atomic Rose from Initio than Delina, in my opinion. This perfume would layer so well with Turkish rose oil from Nest. This is a great fragrance to layer with in general. It actually reminds me of Atomic Rose from Initio, and it could help boost the longevity of Lychee Rose as well. I'm actually going to try this combination and I'll let you know how I get along. But yeah, for me, Lychee Rose is a great release. I would recommend it if you're looking for a fun, playful, easygoing, fruity rose. And that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. There are so many new fragrance launches, so of course I'm going to be following this up with another video at the end of this month. And that is it. I will see you in the next video. Bye!